Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 423, a conversation with fans. There's Stanley. He just came back in here after having his breakfast. Service dog. That's for his harness for the Indie Capstone up here in Fairbanks. He'll join us for one of the days as a service dog, keeping me calm and relaxed and making sure I don't have a heart attack and die. All right. Conversation with fans. Make it about them. This is when fans contact you. Hey, great to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you for reading my books. Thank you. You. Let them know that they are valued because they're paying customers. What's their joy of the characters? Share that. Hey, what do you like about the characters? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you reading? What about the stories? What are the plot lines? What are the things that interest you about this? Now, sometimes when you get in those conversations with the fans, they'll want to give you their ideas. Oh, I think they should do this. I think these two should get together. I think. And that's where you calmly and kindly tell them, I'm sorry, I can't take any of your ideas because this is not that you can copyright an idea, but we don't want any kind of those issues. So I'll do my best, and we'll see. You may be onto something that I've already planned, or you may not. We will see. Keep them reading. But you make it about them, and still you keep them away from trying to give you ideas or tell you how to shape the story. That is usually not a recipe for success. That being said, know what the fans are looking for, and it's okay to feed them, but don't go down this path where the fan is driving your creative train, because you're going to find that it's not cool and it's not fun to write when somebody else is dictating the plot to you. So, if you're a ghost or work for hire, they're paying you to do this. But this fan is going to pay you $4.99 for one book, maybe, and driving the train. So, no, I don't recommend you do that at all. Talk about where you get your ideas from. Hey, I look at the world I see. I ask what if. I see these things. I do these things. You can always ask fans for names for characters because why not? Get them involved. Make it about them. And then you just give them a shout out in the notes. Hey, I asked for names for these characters, and these people stood up. So every time you get your novel out there and it becomes a bestseller, hey, these folks, your fans, have their names in your best-selling book, in a best-selling book. So now they'll shout that out to all their friends. Hey, I offered a name, and I got this. There you go. They own nothing. It's not like they trademarked that name or anything. But you also got to watch out and make sure that they didn't give you a trademarked name, and put it in your novel. Why not? Feed the fans without following their dictates. Make the conversation about them. Hey, what do you like about this? Thank you for reading the books. Thank you for being on board. Thank you for enjoying the stories. And what do you enjoy? Have that conversation. Especially the more you get, the more you're going to see a grouping and a critical mass of stuff that people like. Now that's what you feed. Make sure you go down that track, because that keeps the greatest number of readers on board and keeps them telling their friends, oh, you got to read this series. So that's what you do with your fans. Keep engaged, and they'll sell your books for you. Now, if you don't want to talk about something, don't. Well, hey, what do you wear to sleep in? Say what? No, you just ignore that kind of stuff and reshape the conversation. What about these characters do you like? Okay, there you go. Don't get into conversations on stuff that you don't want to answer. Just avoid it in entirety. Just redirect. Watch politicians. They're experts at redirecting. Well, why is the budget so high? Have you seen about the owls? The experts. Take a lesson from that and redirect, shape the conversation back to what you want to shape it on, which is your books, your stories, your characters. All right? Conversation with fans. Make sure you have them, because that keeps them on board and keeps them getting the word out about your books. There's no better sales technique than a fan telling one of their friends, you have got to read this. It's what made Dungeons & Dragons so big in the 70s, because once the kids got onto it, they're like, you have got to play this game. And they did. All right? There you go. Conversation with fans. Have it, but make sure you control it and don't get yourself out of control. Peace, fellow humans.